The special summit on national security by the House of Representatives begins with a minute of silence for the late Chief of Army Staff and others who died in a plane crash last week, and in whose honor the summit was postponed by 2 days.
May their souls rest in peace. Thank you.
Secretary to the Government of the Federation, National Assembly leadership, traditional rulers and service chiefs are among those in attendance. Speaker of the House highlights the importance of the summit as the Senate President expresses concern about the procurement processes of the military.
Today, at this time of our national history, when insecurity threatens the authority of the state and the foundations of our nationhood, when the activities of bandits, insurgents, and criminals of every stripe impede our efforts at progress and prosperity, we must confront the realization that our previous and current approaches to addressing the challenges of insecurity have not yielded the desired results.
The National Assembly should work hard, as it always does, to provide more resources. I also want to say that we must review the procurement processes by the security agencies.
Traditional rulers seize the moment to speak truth to power while calling for more actions than talks.
I'll be very happy if anybody can raise up their hand and say, I can go to my area of constituents, my local governments, and I can stay there in peace for 1 week. Who can do it here? Including our gatekeepers. Who can do it here? Including the Senate President, including the Speaker. But you left the traditional rulers. You left district heads, the Baales, to continue to stay there. And you are saying all will be well in this country. We are the ones facing these youths. We know their problems.
I think enough of these talks. Let's walk. Let's walk the talk. Because the more we sit here and talk, the more time we waste in taking real actions. Because we know the problems. I'm not going to say anything here that I have not said in the last 7 years. So we can't just continue talking, and we don't implement. I bet you can come back 3 or 4 months later for another security summit. We will discuss the same things we are going to discuss today.
Crime neither knows any political party, nor the rich or the poor. Crime and insecurity love nobody. Insecurity, as I said, is a monster that must be confronted head on.
The President's message is presented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, and the Chief of Defense Staff maintains his stance on the insecurity situation in the country.
I am certain that we shall overcome, just as we have done many times throughout our history. However, success at this time requires that we set aside all other considerations and commit ourselves to a common endeavor in the national interest.
The leadership of the armed forces and the security agencies are mindful of the concerns that are being shown or that are being expressed across the country, and we promise that in line with the directive of the Commander-in-Chief, that we will take every measure necessary to bring peace to our fatherland.
The rest of the 5-day summit will be held behind closed doors, and participants are hopeful that the recommendations will be implemented, unlike past engagements. Terry Ikumi, Channels Television News.